Live from MuscleCat Studio, it's the MuscleCat Sports Show with your host, Curtis DuBois.
Hello everybody on the internet, it is the MuscleCat Sports Show. I am your host, Curtis DuBois. It is great to be with you, improving the reputations of Mondays. That's what we've been doing for the last 10 weeks. And we are here yet again. 10 shows already. The live show, can you believe that? We've had a little bit of a hybrid, some Ashes watch-alongs in there. One of them counted towards the 10 tally, one didn't. But here we are, back on our normal slot of Mondays. I missed it. I missed Jimbo being in this formation with you and your rightful throne.
That's it. Back in the corner where I belong.
But I tried to paint it as nicely as I could there. Yeah. It wasn't meant to be a demotion.
I can at least hide off screen when I'm frantically doing something.
Yeah, and you don't have to sit there gormlessly for 3 minutes during the intro when you're just like adjusting all the little things and pretending to look busy. And
that's it.
They're trying not to look unnatural.
Just playing with my knobs.
Yeah, a lot of that. Normally you do that off camera though. It's good to be back, Jim. We have had quite an eventful day. I mean, we're going to talk a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll address the people and tell them all about what we're going to talk about tonight, because Jim and I have got a lot of stuff to talk about, which we'll get to in a second. But we're going to talk the huge day in the NFL. We had grandpas playing, or a grandpa. We had an ACL or two, some devastating injuries. The hot Premier League title race, that's gotten hotter. There are some teams that you didn't expect to be in there that are well and truly in there. The F1 finale, of course. Yes, we may not want to talk about it as Aussies, but we do need to talk about it. We'll summarise that. But not only that, we'll look forward to 2026. There are some important and rather significant changes coming in the F1 landscape. Some things stay the same, some things do not. So we'll go through all of that. We'll also talk about how badly all of my teams suck all of a sudden. And the Ashes. I mean, we've got the Ashes. Well, it's not a watch-along, really. We're probably more, how would you describe it, Jimbo? Going around and hassling people, accosting people for their opinions?
Accosting people, just trying to go about their day watching the cricket.
Yeah, well, we'll be set up on the parklands. Do you say on parklands or in parklands? Either way.
Amongst the land.
At the parklands. In the midst of the parklands. Just outside the eastern gate of the Adelaide Oval. That's where we'll be. We'll have the banner set up, and as people go past, we'll be talking cricket. We'll be there from 9 a.m. on Wednesday, day one of the Ashes test. I don't know why I'm telling you. I should be telling the people down the camera. You know. I mean, I'm just double-checking you'll be there. You will definitely be there?
That's it.
Okay, that's good. By the way, I'm not embarrassed. I'm burnt. I'm sunburnt. I have had a lot of sun
rather
today.
Flushed.
Yeah, it's not the pressure that I'm under here in MuscleCat Studios. It was a big, long run in the sun today, Jim.
Yep.
After we had our...
Back into full swing.
Yeah, we had our morning together. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that. I mean, we went down to Wayne Phillips Kia.
We did.
Saw Matt, the great man, Matt, who looks after us very, very well. And he and Wayne Phillips Kia as a brand are the reason this show goes ahead. So we thank you, Wayne Phillips Kia. We thank you, Matt, for putting this on. They've got cashback deals at the moment, Jimbo. $4,000 off cashback on the Kia Tasman if you use Kia Finance. That's right, isn't it? Kia Finance.
Yep.
And that is only till the end of December. So we've got some stuff coming with the Tasman because we picked one up today.
They let us take one off the lot.
They did.
And they
more fool them.
mistakenly told us, feel free to take it off road. So
yeah. So on Wednesday we are going to go to the beach and
get it out.
You will be driving as the veteran four-wheel driver amongst us. I'll be relegated to social media boy for the day.
Make sure this factory diff locker works.
That's right. But I drove it all the way from Ranella to Muscle Cat Studios today. And we've, of course, got the Outback Quarterback episode out of the tray of the Tasman tomorrow morning. So look out, everyone, for that. All you NFL fans, we will literally be doing an episode from the back of a Kia Tasman. We can't wait. We're setting up those logistics before. So we're going to try it out on the beach, Jimbo.
Yeah. Head out on the beach, get in the soft sand.
Any dunes?
I still got to. It's getting harder to find dunes you're allowed to thrash around on.
Do you say dune or June?
I say June.
Oh, cool. I was trying to cater to you and your American.
No, I say June.
You say some things like...
I'm hit and miss.
Yeah.
It depends what I've grown up only hearing at home and what, like, I guess gets amongst it. I don't know.
So
I still call it a cul-de-sac, not a court. So to me, court is foreign. I'll say, you lived on a cul-de-sac.
Well, that's acceptable. I more mean saying the same word differently. So you won't say the news. You don't read the news, do you? You read the...
news.
Yeah, that's the American in you. That's the one piece of American you've retained from your time in KC. Anyway, looking forward to that.
That and my massive ego.
Yes, most certainly. Now turn the camera off and you can play with your knobs.
I'll show you my massive ego later.
All right, where should we start? Well, we always start with the knickknacks, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, before we get to the knickknacks, I want to start with something of yours because... we saw each other on the weekend. We hang out a lot. Like we're actual friends. This is not just on-screen chemistry. The chemistry is real.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Depends on the stocks of Muscle Cat Media. If it tanks, we're done. Saw you on the weekend, and I must say you hit it very well.
I did by the time I got here. Yep.
But you were limping. I didn't even realize you were limping around until you told us what happened with your, shall we say, reignited skateboarding career. Yeah,
I had the inevitable injury I always knew would happen skateboarding post 30. But yeah, I sprained my ankle pretty bad.
Yeah. And you got a picture?
Yeah. This was first night.
Holy moly. Trigger warning, Jimbo.
Bit of an egg.
Look at it.
Bit of an egg. And then come the next morning, I think it was this bad boy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow, it looks fat as well.
Yeah, it's still just general swallowing rather than just the ankle, but...
You are so fat.
Yeah.
That's nice purple. How is it? So that picture was yesterday.
That was yesterday morning.
And how did you do it? What trick were you doing?
I was doing a nollie kickflip. Unsuccessfully, might I add.
Been there, man. Been there. What's the best trick you've been able to rediscover? Like, are you better? Are you as good now as you were back then, or are you?
I would say on average, I've caught up to most things I used to be able to do, except for a few larger things that now as an adult I look at and think like, how did I skate that rail? Like there's certain rails at skate parks that like I remember the stuff I did and I'm like, that's just a bit too big and gnarly now. But trick wise on stuff that's a bit less impactful, I'm largely catching up.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you're all right. Rest up. You are. Is it the left ankle?
Yeah.
You are holding it out awkwardly.
It's still, holding it bent is still a challenge, but hoping to hit.
Did you tear something?
I feel like it was a tear. Yeah.
You heard a pop, right?
I'm expecting to hear how long Hawley thinks I'll be out for tomorrow.
Oh yes, the resident
check in
doctor.
with the NFL MD.
Now, of course, everybody who's online, it's a call-in show. If you want to call in, the link is in the description, so please hit that. You're more than welcome. You don't have to, and if you want to call in but you don't want your face to be on camera, you can just text Jimbo once you're in and say just audio only, please. So more than happy to hear your call. And please get in the chat as well. We always have the chat going. And
speaking of the chat, Liam's already treating me like a true American, saying rub some dirt on it, which I agree with. That is a common saying amongst my people.
Is that an old American remedy, is it?
Yeah, I feel, it's the token. Like, rub some dirt on it, you'll be right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Welcome, Liam.
I assume that's American, but...
Yeah, it sounds American.
And then, Aaron Tedeschi said his ankle looked like that when he tore 3 ligaments, so... Let's hope
3? Wowzers. I think it's Tedeschi, remember?
Tedeschi.
Yes. Although I love calling him
Tedeschi.
I love calling him Tedesh as a nickname. Anyway,
he did tell us it was Teddy as well.
Yeah. Teddy?
I think he said last week.
They said Tedeschi.
No, I think he says, just call me Teddy.
Oh, call him Teddy. All right, Teddy.
I believe.
How did you tear your ligaments, Teddy? I would like to know that. But let's get on with the show. I'll get on with my knickknacks while we're getting the answers in the chat. Please Go nuts in the chat. We want to hear updates from Jimbo all night long. Wayne Phyllis Kia, we got that hat, of course. Could have used this today running along Seacliff Beach. Oh, speaking of running along Seacliff Beach, it's not where I live, by the way, you creeps, so don't come and try and find me there. I am 74% sure I saw Travis Head.
Oh, really?
74% sure. That's why I got some of the crickety knickknacks.
I mean, it makes sense if he's in town.
Well, he lives here. He's a South Australian.
Well, I mean, but if it was last week, you'd be saying he's in Brisbane.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
The Adelaide test on Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's South Australian. He was riding his bike and he was incognito, had like glasses, helmet, all that sort of
Big
stuff.
mullet.
Saw the moustache. I saw the moustache.
Yep.
Well enough to assume it might have been him.
Yep.
Didn't get a great look because I was just flying. I was just running so fast
Yeah.
past him.
Just running
It was just a blur.
your 230 splits.
That's right. Yeah, for 17 Ks. I think it was him.
Yep.
The child he was with seems to match the age of his real child.
Who sounded creepy now?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. That didn't sound good. I must admit, I did Google today, where does Travis Head live? And does Travis
And
Head
how old
have...
is his kids?
Well,
What does his child look like?
Does he have any children? And the evidence would seem to match up. But apparently he doesn't live near the beach. So
Nor have any kids.
nor have any kids. And he's since moved to France. So it's definitely not him. No, 73% sure. Even if it wasn't him, it's a good omen. I think
would have
Hedy's
just
going to
said
go off.
today I saw Travis Head.
No, it's all about honesty, man.
True.
Integrity.
Yeah.
After the whole last live
it's
show.
true if it's true in your heart.
Yeah, well, integrity is important because the whole last live show was basically an argument between me and the people in the chat about whether our prize draw was legit or
True.
not. And we redrew it, and the guy who complained the most won it. Grimesy.
That's it.
He did send me a message. He is very grateful for that. So that's some of that. The other reason I've got some crickety knickknacks, I've got my two little signature bats here, is because my actual bat, my V800 Slazenger, which I normally have, Jimbo, in the studio, that bat is in my cricket bag because for the first time in 4 years, I'm going to be using that tomorrow.
Hey, hitting the nets.
I am hitting the nets. I was telling you about it this morning that I
Yep.
was thinking about it. There's a bowling machine not too far from me, automated,
Nice.
right? And I've had such an itch since we've been doing all this Ashes stuff. I
Yep.
want to go out and hit some cricket
See
balls.
how
around.
easy it really is.
See how easy it really is when you know exactly where the ball is going to pitch and how fast it's coming.
And you can dial it down.
And it goes beep when it's about to do it. Other than that,
I assume you get to control pace?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll start at probably a very gentle 70 Ks an hour. And I reckon if I can walk away tomorrow having laid bat on one that goes 120 Ks an hour, I will be ecstatic.
I would try and do it standing up first.
Oh, maybe I will. Yeah. No, I won't play any paddle shots or anything extravagant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I remember hitting.
see, 120, maybe 120 is too fast. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Is 120 quick, real cricketers in the comments? It sounds like,
Isn't that pretty fast?
well, the fastest bowlers in the world are like 145, 150.
Yeah, I think past
120
100, because I was about to say
yeah,
in
maybe 120 is too much.
there's in one of the X golfs they've got a batting. Oh no, was it?
A baseball cage.
Yeah, was it? No, maybe it was cricket.
What do you mean?
Like it had cricket nets in the X golf, like just in the lobby, so you
Oh,
could
really?
do that as well as X golf. I
With a
forget whether
bowling machine.
It was either bowling or a baseball machine. It was one or the other where it pitched at you and you could control the speeds. And I remember thinking like 80 was hard to hit.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was
All right.
baseball though.
Scrap that. If I can hit something convincingly that's over 100 Ks tomorrow, I'll be happy. And I'll report back next week.
Yeah.
All right. So remind me about that.
Yep.
So, and you can also make it swing. Like you can set the settings
snap.
to in swing or out swing. So,
Sick.
and that was absolutely my weakness in real cricket.
Yeah.
Because I played under 15s, right? And up to that point, nobody could swing a ball. And then one guy in our league figured out how to swing one,
Yep.
and we were all lost.
As a non-cricketer, is swing the same as spin?
No, swing is like when you're a fast bowler and it moves in the air.
Ah, okay.
Spin is when it
So
hits the deck and
it's-
turns.
It's fast spin.
No, it's not spin at all. It's
Oh,
swing. It's in the air, it moves. So the ball hasn't hit the ground yet and it is
Okay.
moving. Whereas
It's
spin,
like a knuckleball almost.
yeah, it's
in
like the
baseball.
knuckle puck. It's like the
Yeah.
knuckle puck.
Knuckle puck.
What was the guy's name? Was it Russ? Who was the knuckle puck dude in?
Oh, I forget.
By the way, the worst hockey player in history. The amount of
Yeah.
time it took him to stop and set up the knuckle puck.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He would have instantly been killed. Like they would have absolutely smashed him the second he stops his skates.
I think they did a few times.
You know what? I don't reckon Mighty Ducks is
It's very
based on
realistic.
reality. I don't
Oh.
think a couple of kids
Was
from
it
a
the
pond would
knuckle
have
puck or a dude driving a limousine on an ice rink?
Gordon Pompey.
Gordon Pompey.
That and the Bash brothers. Did you
Bash
call
brothers.
Did you call them Gordon Pompey? It's Gordon Bombay.
Bombay. My bad.
I mean, equally old terms. One more
Can't
tragic
even
than the
get
other.
fictitious one right.
Can't even get the word fictitious right.
This guy.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to the Nets tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait for the Nets and the inevitable bruises. Oh, I did have my. This was the knick-knack I meant to show for that.
Hey.
I haven't used this box for, I reckon, 15 years, and it does look like it's not adult size. I think this might be mine from junior cricket.
Does
so,
look your size though.
yeah. I heard that. What else have we got? We got that. Oh, I got the. Begrudgingly, I have Michael Schumacher here, one of my sporting heroes. He's a world champion, as is Lando Norris now. So we do need to talk about that in a little bit. I had the GoPro here because of Jimbo's extreme sports, because the phrase "be a hero" does apply to him now. The old man at the skate park hurting his ankle. But this is the one, another regrettable knick-knack. It's a 2-for-1 really. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're the team I support in the NFL. Tottenham Hotspur, that's the team I support in world football. Tottenham got smashed 3-0 by Nottingham Forest on the weekend. Just another embarrassing loss in a series of tumultuous results for this club that constantly teases, has flashes in the pan. Yes, admittedly, won the Europa League last year, so we will take that. But when it comes to new dawns and hope in the Premier League and missed opportunities, there aren't many clubs that do it more agonisingly than Tottenham Hotspur. So getting beaten by Nottingham Forest and suffering the ignominy of being thrashed by them. James was impressed with
Fancy
that
word.
Yeah, ignominy. I only practiced that 11 times. Of being beaten by Nottingham Forest, who were coached by Ange and sacked him after 23 days or whatever it was, after Tottenham sacked him. For Nottingham to then smash us 3-0 was embarrassing. And then you go from the embarrassing to just the hard to watch, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we have had an incredible run. Incredible run. For 3 Super Bowls, 1 in the last 6 years, 4 appearances, just a period of dominance, and the best quarterback in the league over that time in Patrick Mahomes, who today tore his ACL.
Ooh.
ACL gone for Patty Mahomes, and coupled with that, they lost to divisional rivals, the Chargers, who you have to say are a much better team than the Chiefs at the moment. And with that, they were officially eliminated from playoffs. So Jimbo, as a Chiefs fan, I can't complain because we have had such a wonderful run. But today was not nice.
Yeah, it's not a good end beyond just not making playoffs. That's a bit of a...
Yeah, like the Patty
Rubs it
ACL, I mean, that's generally a year. I mean, some of these guys are superhuman and can come back in 9-10 months, but either way, you're dealing with a compromised Mahomes next year. He's not going to be himself. So not only is this season gone...
I say, he doesn't start next season, surely.
No, you wouldn't think week 1. What are we, week 15? So very unlikely for week 1.
Yeah.
Possibly, probably, all going to plan at this early stage, weeks 6 to 10 somewhere. And who knows where the Chiefs are at then. What it does is potentially change the strategy completely for how do they approach next season. Because this is not, okay, we had one bad year. We've still got Patty week 1. Let's go. This is, do we need to draft a quarterback in the lower rounds to cover him? Do we need to get a free agent in? What other areas of the roster do we need to improve to cover for the loss of him? Yeah. So it's...
Can only get defense to carry you so long.
Yeah, so that's the knickknacks, and that's a depressing way to end it. But anyway, let's... We're
just in the chat to catch up on Aaron's ankle. So he said, the one time I was water boy, I stood in a water reader meter box, 3 tears, a fractured foot, and 2 fractured toes.
What was in that box? Piranhas? What do you mean you stood in a box and that happened?
I assume it just had no lid and he's been running full pelt and drop in.
Whoa. Wait, as water boy, as in, so he was running water to...
I assume so. And then...
Right. When you said water boy and then there was a water reader meter box,
I thought... Quite a turn of phrase.
Yeah, that's spitting bars. I thought that... Because at first I thought he was a sports water boy, but then he said water reader meter box, and I thought maybe it was his job to go and read water meters.
I'm just picturing a 50-year-old dude coming to the house. Oh, the water reader boy's here, just checking your water.
By the way, they could be anyone.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
They could be literally anyone.
It's a great way to get into a house.
Just a yellow shirt, nondescript that says meter reader on the back.
True.
Oh, yeah, I'm allowed to go down the side of your house.
Are you,
mate? Are you really? Because I don't trust you. Because I'm sitting here working away and I hear some kerfuffle and I look out and there's just a guy peeping around my house. Just because you have that shirt, show me some identification.
Doesn't mean you're allowed to look through my windows.
That's right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, I'm sure if they come around this week, they'll be intimidated away by the big camouflage Tasman in the driveway.
Ooh, we got Liam in the chat as well,
Mm-hmm.
saying fractured my ankle a few years ago. Couldn't have timed it better. 2 days before my daughter's birthday at Inflate, which is a giant inflatable obstacle course, and 4 days before her field trip to the Edinburgh Zoo.
Oh,
brutal.
Liam. I reckon he did it deliberately. He just didn't want to. He didn't want to have to jump for 3 hours straight. No, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. Have you done those bounce joints?
Yeah, taking the kids a couple times. Can't help but get involved.
No motion sickness?
No.
No?
No.
Me neither.
From like the trampolines though?
Nah, not really there. I will admit though, I
Yeah,
threw up on a
okay.
kayak once from seasickness.
Where were you, in the Pacific?
Pretty much. We were on a pre-season camp and it was, this team building stuff. And it's like, oh, let's all get in canoes. And the waters were choppy, right? And
Yep.
I had separately had an incident where I almost drowned to death years before that. So I wasn't super confident in the water. That's a funny story for another time. Anyway, I wasn't super confident in the water. Anyway, so we get out on these kayaks. I'm not enjoying it. Me and my mate Jack are in there. And we had to row to the buoy, right? The B-U-O-Y buoy.
Yep.
We weren't trying to save a buoy that was out. That's what they did to me years before. We were trying to row to the buoy and wait for all the other 15 kayaks, right? And then we link up and then we do some exercise.
Yeah.
But the problem was, A, it was so choppy that progress was very inconsistent. But B, it was one of those kayaks that have the rudder on the back, and that's what helps it steer. Right? You do the foot pedals, but you could flip the rudders up. So we were going to the back of everyone's and flipping them up, and they couldn't steer properly. They were relying on that and it wasn't working. That was hilarious at first until we got to the buoy first and then had to wait for literally 15 minutes for everyone else to figure it out. And we were sitting there bobbing and bobbing and bobbing. And mate, I wasn't the only one, thankfully, but I did.
Chucking?
Yeah, two of us chucked our guts up out of a kayak, which is pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic. Did you go out on a boat? Dad, did we ever take you out on the boat? I reckon we
No,
did.
my dad went with you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
we took
It was
your
your
dad.
dad, my dad, your brother, and you just chucking your guts out. I think your dad held out the longest. My dad was the first to go.
Mate, and when your dad went, I was gone.
I think I've ever seen my dad throw up.
Really?
Yeah, so
wow.
you've seen a rare occurrence.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Nobody looks good throwing up, do
No.
they?
Big Kansas City Mike. Chuck. Oh, he did not have his sea legs, but man, that was a brutal day. Because that's the problem. When you're sitting there just bobbing, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I loved going on a boat when Dad's fanging it. I'm sitting up the front and I got my legs dangling over. Because, it's like being on a roller coaster or on a bike or something.
Yep.
But dude.
It's like on the KI ferry. So a little 45-minute ferry trip. Second, you're indoors as well, just sitting at a seat. You just
brutal.
all you see is this windowed little water line just chopping away. Ugh.
We had a similar experience. Mum and Dad took us to Fiji in 1999. It was the first time we'd been overseas. It was a great You remember us going?
I remember you going, yeah.
There you go. Wow. See, we got real history. It was because my dad used to fly Ansett everywhere, and with the collapse or the imminent collapse of Ansett Airlines.
Airlines.
You don't remember
that
Ansett?
one? No.
Oh yeah, they were like
Ansett.
It was Qantas and Ansett back in the day.
Nah.
If you drive to the Tullamarine terminal in Melbourne, you can still see an old Ansett Airways building there. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, they're about to go bust. Everyone knew it, so everyone was spending all their frequent flyer points. Dad was like, right, I've got enough from 10 years of travel, business to Fiji.
Sick.
Right? So we got in there. It was great trip, except on the way there, we did ask for our ice blocks for dessert early. We just said, we're hungry, can we have them? And they hadn't thought out at all. They were in like the proper, I don't know, whatever freezer they have there. They gave them to us and they were way too cold and both of our tongues got stuck to the ice block. And they had to bring around warm water and pour it on my brother's mouth so it would unstick. It was like Dumb and Dumber. It was literally Dumb and Dumber. I ripped mine off like an absolute
How cold are these ice blocks?
gutsy jet. Mate, it was the coldest ice block on earth. I think there was dry ice involved with that thing. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, we were going on a boat tour and we went on a boat called the Malalo Cat, right? This is off Denarau. Have you been to Fiji?
No.
Oh, okay.
Denarau. There you go.
Denarau. Anyone who's been there normally stay at Denarau or one of the islands.
Yeah, you go.
Malalo Cat, and it's the same thing. We were inside. We were in the cabin, me, Mum, and my brother, and my dad was he was standing up looking out of the tiny window, warning everyone in the cabin when a massive wave was about to hit because they were huge. And he's like, all right, brace yourselves. And we're all there. And then we were getting whiplash from these things. The people chucking up everywhere. It was crook as dogs. It was horrific. And then you've got the I don't know, is he a sailor? The guy who works on the boat.
The captain?
The captain, I guess. But he's like climbing out on the outside, like trying to clear decks for something whilst these huge waves are crashing down. Yeah, shocking. There's nothing worse than seasickness.
Nah, it's trash.
I mean, there are some things worse than seasickness, but as far as nausea goes,
yeah.
that's... And I speak for both men and women. There's nothing worse than seasickness. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I also remember coming back from that one with your dad. I laid on the couch that day and I was trying to sleep, and I opened my eyes and the whole lounge room's just going
still wobbling
and down and up and down.
That's funny.
Anyway, I know Liam's a Scot. I wonder how much time he spent on the sea. He wouldn't have his wayfaring legs, would he? Or do they spend a little time on the sea, the Scots? I know they're not.
Yeah, I think they're big on sailing.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
All right. What else have we got? You got some stuff you want to talk about, Jimbo?
Yeah, did you see the world of tennis? Have you heard of the latest exhibition match they're doing to revive the sport of tennis, bring some eyes to it?
Revive it. Is it dead?
Not revive it, but just bring some viewers in.
Just to do what literally every other sport does and try and make a cool, sexy version of it?
No, or they're doing another battle of the sexes.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
This is when the world number 200 or something beat the
Yeah, it was
Williams
like
sisters back in the
Bobby
day?
Riggs. No, earlier than that. It started in like the 70s, in 73. So I think Billie Jean King against Bobby Riggs. She was the first to actually win as the woman, but he then went on to beat a couple other women in future ones. But yeah, they're doing another one.
He went on to beat a couple of women in tennis.
in tennis.
Right,
in tennis. I should clarify.
Not a check it off field history. Okay.
That set him down a dark path.
That's when he lost to Billie Jean King, he just went crazy.
Yeah, no, so the world number one that we both know the name of, that I can pronounce flawlessly. It's like Ariana
Grande. Ariana Grande.
It's Arina Sabalenka.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah,
well done.
number one from Dubai, playing Nick Kyrgios.
Ooh, Sabalenka's not from Dubai. I think she's from...
Oh, no, sorry. She won in Dubai this month.
Oh, and hence that...
I misread my own notes.
Yeah. Is Sabalenka Belarusian and therefore competing?
Yeah, she's Belarus because she had a big thing about the Olympics and pulling out because of their...
She's playing Kyrgios.
Yeah, so Nick Kyrgios, world 600 and something.
Yeah, but he's better than that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, when he's fit.
But yeah, watching some of the press for it has been... Because obviously people are... Oh, it's a lose-lose for... So Sabalenka said, it's a win-win for me. Like, I got off to lose this, that, and the other, and everyone's just trashing it's a lose-lose. Like,
for who?
Either you lose and it just gives men this excuse that, like, it continues the misogyny, or you win and then everyone says, he's a washed-up, like, ranked 600 and it doesn't count. So...
Yeah, well, only losers would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, if she beat... Yeah.
To me, it's just the women using the bench to say, like, no matter what, we still claim we're good.
Yeah, which kind of defeats the purpose of the whole test.
But to be fair, everyone...
Gutsy from Sabalenka, though. I like that.
Yeah, and she's a champ about it in the interviews and stuff. But to be fair, there's a bit of, like, her and Nick are under the same manager. So it's like their joint manager has said, let's do this, and they're already close and on great terms. So like it's all done in good fun. Like I think it's actually a really good setup because as much as there's a lot of poo-pooers that say it's horrible for the sport and for blah, 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 I disagree. Like the way they're pitching it, it's hey, this is to get more eyes on tennis and get more people involved. And to somebody that's not the biggest tennis buff, it's kind of like, well, it's maybe a bad example, but it's like influencer boxing where you're like, oh yeah, I'm not that interested in tennis, but I know Kyrgios and he's playing the number one woman. Like I'm going to tune in as somebody that wouldn't tune into most general tennis.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it achieves what they're looking for in the sport.
I think I'll watch that.
I think it'd be interesting because...
When is it?
28th of December.
Oh, sick. Merry Christmas.
So it's coming up soon.
But
you can easily bounce. It's the same with the boxers, like the Jake Pauls and stuff.
Yeah.
Boxing actual people. You start getting like would it be a blowout? Yeah, of course. Oh, but
how fit is Kyrgios?
He hasn't played in like 2 years consistently.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like he hasn't competed in a while and obviously been injury prone and stuff. But that's where people are saying, him at 50% would still destroy her and all this trash.
Interesting.
So. Yeah, I think it'll be
I think they've pitched it well.
It's a good pitch.
Yeah.
And although people are saying it's still blowout because I think they did it with like people are trying to say, anyone in the top. I think Serena Williams' big statement was like anyone in the top 800 I couldn't beat, basically.
Yeah.
Famously.
That was pre, like role model Serena version.
Yep.
That was in 1997, I think, that matchup where she, I think it was her and Venus both played against a guy who was ranked like number 200 or 300, and he beat them. Is that
yeah,
sounds
I
right?
think it was something around there, and then it was on a talk show based on. No, it was. Well, she got asked on a talk show based on. Oh, what's his name? Is it McElroy? No, the bald guy. McEnroe, sorry. He went on a big bent around.
So close.
Yeah, so close. Oh. But yeah, he went on a big bent about how women and men are, and he got a big whiplash, and she then just backed him up on a talk show saying, no, he's right.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But
that's right. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Yeah, very intrigued. Because I could flop either way. You start thinking of course he's going to win, but how bad? And then you're like, oh, but they are putting some rules in place, so it's her side of the court is 9% smaller.
Why?
So it's harder for Nick. It's supposed to. They put some restrictions in to make it hard. I'm like, don't play with the
like
rules.
that.
Just leave it as is.
What's the point then if we're going to change it?
Yeah, well, what does it really prove at that point other than...
That just muddies it.
And it makes it worse if you lose,
It's not like they play on a smaller court.
Yeah, just leave it. And now it seems weird that you're going to draw up half a court small. How's that going to look?
All right, I'm out.
But yeah.
I'm out. Just on that, I'm out.
But yeah,
okay.
That was my favourite part. But yeah, it's interesting.
I thought when you said tennis, you were going to bring up the Indian Tennis Premier League.
No, you did mention this.
Every sport now seems to have some
gimmick,
contrived, franchise-based version of itself. And it started and was done quite well with cricket. I mean, I'm talking sports that don't traditionally have teams that now, for commercial reasons, create teams out of nowhere. And Big Bash was a brilliant example of it when, cricket's never really been a... international was always the big selling point and still is, but now that there's franchise cricket, it does seem to work. It's completely thrashed now. There are so many leagues. Yeah, would you say
Live was a positive or negative as well version of that?
I would say Live was and come at me, golf fans, a positive for golf generally. For people like me who casually watched golf, I reckon I watch more PGA now as a result of getting back into golf through Live.
But it the team aspect?
The team aspect is completely useless.
I could
not care less.
Having been there, I still had no real awareness of teams or care.
There's no loyalty.
End of the day, I'm watching this guy try and do his best. I don't care how the rest of his team's doing.
And it's all they're all clip art teams. It's the swingers, the slashers, or the tough.
And I don't know how much say they got, so they just got lumped under these marketing team names.
Yeah, and there's no tradition, there's no history to it. And you can say,
to your point and to Michael Skull's point,
hey,
100% Liv's been great for golf. I would say Liv 100% got me back into golf.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing with the tennis now, and who the hell cares about those teams?
Yeah.
But yeah, Big Bash cricket, when that first started, and I will still watch it. I'll watch it on and off this summer. It's back, by the way. First game, Scorchers beat the Sixers last night. What a segue. Cooper Connolly, 59 off 31. I'll follow it casually. That was brilliant in its first few iterations because they had a few things right. They had obviously city-based teams, so it's not just arbitrary teams like, you get 4 random golfers together and call them the Swingers or whatever. There's a city, so there's pride there. We go for Adelaide. I go for Adelaide. I've been to Adelaide games, obviously, because we're from here and everyone's the same. At least there's something to hang on to there. That's what was good about it. The other thing that was great with Big Bash was the amount of games. Every team played each other once in the early versions. There were 7 regular season minor round games, and then we got into finals. And it was a month and a half of just cricket every night, and it was great. Now that they play each other twice each, it just stretches out too long. And as with everything, too much of a good thing, get a little bit greedy. More games means more eyes, means more money, of course. I feel like it's lost something since they expanded it and added all those extra games. That's my rant.
Yeah, I agree. And then Wayne Hollis is in the chat saying Live targeting an event in Australia was the best thing that they could do given how starved we are for top-level PGA golf here.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Wayne, is that a new commenter, Wayne?
Yeah, I haven't seen Wayne in the chat. Welcome, Wayne.
Welcome. Legend. He sounds like a legend.
He does.
Yeah, it's a good point. And then, as a result, that's reignited the interest in the Australian Open last week. We talked about it on the show. I, in my time, can't remember scenes as raucous and as involved as that. I feel like golf is far bigger in my lifetime than it's ever been.
100%. Yeah.
And it shows with waiting lists. I mean, I'm on waiting list for my local club. Not everyone's like this, but 4 years.
Yeah.
Up to 4 years. It's crazy. And it's a sort of a cruel thing to hope you get on because it means some old fellas have, you know, kicked the bucket.
So only one of a few ways that you're getting in.
Or they've hit a financial hardship. So
Well, now they just aged out and like, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting old.
either way,
It's still sad.
Yeah, codgers or financial hardship. That's what'll get me in the club. Anyway, all the best to all the members of XX Golf Club.
Like you mentioned, Phillip Rivers. So first touchdown in 5 years.
Oh, yes. Yeah, what a story.
I read a great summation. A 44-year-old quarterback in his first game in 5 years threw a touchdown pass as his team holds a 10-point lead over a 10-3 team on the road.
Holy moly.
It's like,
that's a hell of a sentence.
What a way to come back.
What a way to come back. They lost.
They did lose. That was the only bummer. But
it was a real bummer.
To be in the third quarter and hanging on.
Incredible. So for those who haven't followed the story very quickly, in the NFL, the Indianapolis Colts, have spoken about it a couple of times on the show, have had an incredible season. They've been mediocre for a couple of years. They drafted Anthony Richardson, a quarterback, a few years ago who was highly touted. But me and Hawley, particularly Hawley on the Outback Quarterback NFL show every Tuesday on YouTube, thought it was a bad draft pick. He turned out to be a disaster. They bring in a guy called Daniel Jones, who was much maligned. He somehow was having the season of his life. These guys were 8-1, and they should have been 9-0. They were going that well, and the Colts were back. And then things start to fall off a little bit. They lost a couple of games in a row, and then Daniel Jones does his ACL. So what do? They go back to a guy that hasn't played for 4.5 years. He played for the Colts for a year, but before that he had a legendary career with the Chargers. 44 years old. That's only a bit of it. He's a granddad. He's actually a grandfather. And they called him back out of nowhere. His wife said, I'm nervous. Of course you're nervous. I mean, he was slow and old when he retired in NFL terms. He couldn't run at his peak. Great quarterback, just couldn't move out of the pocket. Anyway, what a performance from a dude who literally 5-6 days ago, they rang up out of the blue and said, are you fit? Can you play? Do you remember how to do this? And yeah, he can. He took the lead against a good team. The Seahawks are a good team. They may go deep in playoffs, the Seahawks. The hard part, Jimbo, is that obviously it's their last-ditch attempt to try and make the playoffs, the Colts.
Yeah.
It's falling apart. They won't make playoffs from here, I don't think. But if they did happen to win today,
and they weren't
miracle,
far
and
off.
they were so
what was
close.
It, 3 points in it?
2 points, 18-16 in the end.
Jeez.
Yeah, if I'm getting that right. If they did happen to hang on and win that, they were a real chance. But unfortunately, the way where they're at in that loss really hurts them. But hey.
And as a 44-year-old man getting sacked too by, I think it was Nick Emenwari.
Oh, yeah. Doss's boy.
The joke there being he sacked Rivers. He was exactly 9 months old when Rivers played his first NFL game.
Holy moly. Holy moly. That's incredible.
Hectic.
You know, I have a similar stat about myself. I umpired my first game of Sandful League football with a guy named Richard Williams, who's a GOAT. He held or still holds, I think held the games record, most grand finals, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Sandful legend. When he made his debut at league level, I was 2 weeks old. And I umpired my first game at that level with him, which is pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I know there's stories like that everywhere in sport, but like when you look up to someone and they teach you a lot and then you get to do the thing you wanted to do with them forever.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. No. So longevity in sport, man, it's a crazy thing. And Phil Rivers, to keep himself in that nick.
And
he looks no different.
I don't know if he's got a son, but imagine being the son like, oh, dad's back in the NFL.
Well, he's got 10 kids.
Jeepers.
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Did you know he was a granddad?
I knew he was a granddad.
10 kids, and so I think I know how he's been keeping fit. 10 kids and a grandson, and it came back like that. And then there you are doing a nollie kickflip, and you smash your ankle.
Smashing my ankle.
Come on,
my career's done.
That's you in 10 years coming back.
That's nuts. I'm just thinking of being one of the kids, being like, oh, you got no excuse to exercise and stay fit. What's dad doing?
True.
Jeez.
Oh, my dad's so lame.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine.
So lame. He's playing NFL again.
Someone wrote in the comments, imagine driving to work and saying, yeah, my dad's playing in the NFL today. It's like his oldest kid's 23 or something.
That's nuts.
Crazy. What a story. Let's keep going on those little weird ones. Actually, no, let's go to some actual sports news. We'll continue with the NFL because I've got a couple of things to foreshadow for the Outback QB tomorrow. I won't go through all the games because we'll do all of that. There were some big results that are worth mentioning. I mean, the Cowboys are probably officially out of it now. The Bills and the Pats. The Bills came back from 21 points down to beat the Pats, which is huge for the AFC East. That remains alive. And then on TNF, the Falcons beat the Bucks, which we thought was possibly the end of the Bucks' chances to win the NFC South. But then the Carolina Panthers, with that knack of being favorites and not winning when they're favorites, they did it again. They lost to the Saints, the hapless New Orleans Saints, who've now, to their credit, won 2 games in a row. But you can never trust in the NFL what happens with interdivisional games. Those teams are both in the NFC South, and there's something crazy. I mean, I know that happens in most rivalries in sport, that it levels the playing field, but in the NFL in particular, you could be flying and you come up against an absolute dud of a rival who's in your same division, and all bets are off. And it happened again today. The Saints upset the Panthers, so the NFC South is well and truly on. We'll go through the big game, the Rams and the Lions, and a few other things tomorrow. The other thing we'll go through on the Outback Quarterback podcast is the Packers' injuries. Michael Parsons, ACL. Zach Tom, their key O-lineman, he's out for the year, I believe. Christian Watson, I think, broke his collarbone or shoulder today, their wide receiver. So Doss, our co-host, Packers man, he's shattered. So we'll get his reaction. Maybe we'll cheer him up by putting him in the back of the Tasman trade tomorrow and roughing him up a little bit. But bad day for the Packers. Really bad day for the Packers in a game that they lost to the Broncos, who have sealed up a playoff spot. Let's move on to some Formula One. We do need to talk about Lando Norris. It's old news now because, I mean, it happened, over a week ago. We know that he's the champ. But what's been interesting is the fallout from it and this debate online of, is Lando Norris worthy? And I'll preface it by saying this. Yeah, he's worthy. Yes, he's worthy. I think anybody who wins a championship across 24 races, when there's that many ups and downs, it's very difficult in my mind to say that they don't deserve to win it. Even if it was unspectacular, even if there were things that went his way, even if there were moments where we could be critical of his lack of aggression, his lack of racing nous, in some people's opinions, you must say, most points wins, it's as simple as that. That's how I'll start it. How I'll continue it is saying, team orders from McLaren really muddied this season. Now, team orders are nothing new in Formula One, we know that, but it particularly hurt us as Australian fans to see it happen to Oscar Piastri. When we've been through it before, we've seen some stuff with Daniel Ricciardo at Red Bull, we've seen stuff with Mark Webber at Red Bull. And just when we get close and we think finally our championship drought is over as Australians in Formula One, things go awry. Was it all on that? No. Was there FIA favoritism? No. We can take off those tinfoil hats. I know people with all of their hearts believe that there was. I'm never in that camp. I'm just not. It's not in my makeup to go down that line. I welcome the arguments and you can try and convince me and maybe I'll change my mind, but I just don't see it. What I did see, which was painful to admit, was some errors from Oscar in the back half of the year that cost him. We know the ones. There was the accident at Baku. There were a couple of moments which he's an honest dude. He's a great performer. He's a professional. He'll admit that he could have done better. But there was just this general loss of momentum. And with Formula One, it is really difficult sometimes to tell, does this come from McLaren? Have they internally set, without declaring it, their sights on Lando being the champion? And therefore, are there some decisions made with the development of the cars that go towards Lando from McLaren's perspective rather than Oscar? I don't know. That's something we'll never fully know because nobody in-house will ever admit that until Oscar maybe releases his biography in 20 years' time. But that's half of it. The other half is just momentum and form. He lost form. He really did lose form and went on a streak of 7, 8, 9 Grand Prix without a win, and that just doesn't cut it. You won't win a championship that way. So that's all of that. I know there'll be differing opinions there. I put out a few videos this week on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Holy moly, the response to that stuff. We did the preview one where we had 2 million views across our platforms on one reel. I've since put all of those questions that I just rattled through. Is Oscar worthy? Was it nepotism from the British-based team? I know American-owned, but you know the point I'm making. Is Zach Brown a cringe lord? Did Lando deserve it? Was Oscar unfairly dealt with? I put all those questions out in a video, and man, the debate over hundreds of thousands of views and thousands of comments was roaring, Jimbo. And I'll bring it back in. That's what I love about this.
Yeah.
Right? We have our legends in the chat who are on every week, and then we have the content that we make during the week that just goes off. And there is, we created a huge debate in the Formula One world. It was pretty much 50-50 maybe not, maybe 60-40. A lot of people thought Oscar was very hard done by. A lot of people don't like Lando. It seems that his likability's taken a dive this year. But then there was a very, very strong contingent, all British, saying, Australian tears, look at this sook, look at this winter. I wasn't actually sooking on the video. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
I put all the theories out there and then asked
out.
the question.
Yeah.
But nuance gets lost in social media. I get that. And yeah, I was disappointed when Oscar missed out.
And Teddy said, "You just rage bait me with Lando content, I swear."
Teddy, it's not intentional. It's not intentional.
Wayne Horse is in saying, "Whoever won is a deserving winner. Norris was the faster but fragile at times. Piastri probably the most consistent, but didn't have the race day pace. And Max is just a gun who didn't have the car."
That's a great summary, Wayne. And I must say, I pretty much agree with all of that. We have to acknowledge Max Verstappen. The way that he performed the second half of the year. Even in the first half of the year when the car just wasn't there for Red Bull, Max he's just so good. He's the best driver on the grid, I think, by a fair distance. And a lot of the comments in the argument suggested that. Yeah. Then he won in Abu Dhabi on the weekend, another flawless performance. Helmut Marko, who's been involved with Red Bull and particularly driver development for a long time, he said of Christian Horner, the team boss who was fired halfway through this year when Red Bull weren't performing, he came out today and said, if Horner was fired earlier, Max would have won the World Championship. So fighting words from Marko. But you got to say, as soon as Horner got sacked, Red Bull went crazy. They were Red Bull again.
Yeah.
So, don't know. All that off-field drama was starting to get to Christian a bit, I think. Anyway, great World Championship in some ways. Really, it was a dud race to finish it. I know this is the first episode since that race happened. So I've been meaning to summarize it, but there's not much to summarize, really. Lando held on, and I regret staying up that late because that cooked me.
Yeah. We got Teddy saying it took a dive last year with his comment to Lewis. Hot take, Max retires after 2026 and Oscar becomes driver 1 at Red Bull in 2027.
Whoa. That'd be amazing. That would be amazing for us. And then some hot shot signs for Red Bull and Oscar becomes number 2 driver again, and we get the Webber and Ricciardo curse all over again. I think Max is going to race Formula 1 till he's 40, and I think he's going to have more world championships than anyone ever.
Yep.
And we will not be caught. That's my opinion. All right, that's F1. Oh, the changes for next year. Sorry, you go, Jim.
I was going to say, I forgot to bring it up when we were covering NFL. Do you happen to catch the Army played the Navy in their annual game? I think it's annual.
No.
And Donald Trump was in
I
presence.
know what this is now. Yeah. You foreshadowed it without telling me before the show, and I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's this, isn't it?
Yeah.
The coin toss. Can you get it? Can you
yeah,
get that up?
I got it up.
All right, let's have a look. Oh, Don. I had something about Don as well. Oh, yeah. I'll bring that up in a sec. Here we go. The president. What'd you do that face. Oh, Don. Oh, no. Points at it. Oops. Come on here, Jim. You're our go. That's disgraceful by Donald.
So bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. For a guy who is quite coordinated, have you seen him play golf? He can hit a ball.
Yeah.
He's not an unco.
Still an interesting swing, but yeah.
Not a great... Well, swing doesn't look good, but he would kill
That's what
me,
I mean,
so,
yeah. But,
he
I guess his flip doesn't look good, but, it didn't perform well according to most people.
Just floated.
I think that started tails and ended tails.
Yeah, that was a shocker. Did you see he won the FIFA Peace Prize?
No.
So Gianni Infantino, who is the president of FIFA, which... It's an organization with a very checkered past of corruption and all that nonsense. Sepp Blatter, who was the previous FIFA boss, he faced all sorts of corruption charges and stuff. I don't know whether anything stuck with Blatter, actually, but it was at such a point when he was in control that they released a movie. I can't remember what it was called. It's like, Beautiful Nation or The Nation's Game or something like that. And it was a fictional film, but it was pure FIFA propaganda. And I think Sam Neill was in it, actually. So he must have been paid ridiculous cash. We'll look that up. But it got like 1% on Rotten Tomatoes or something crazy. It's one of the worst films ever made of pure propaganda. Anyway, Infantino's there. Anyone who's the FIFA president has some question marks over them just because of the role that they're in.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Infantino creates this thing called the FIFA Peace Prize for inspiring peace and harmony in the world game and the world generally. And he just gives it to Don. Here you go, Don. And Don's like, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
This
I've
is
always
a-
liked peace. Peace is my favorite thing.
Well, I mean, he was going for the Nobel Peace Prize with the Gaza stuff, and then he got one from FIFA, so it's not quite Nobel.
Close enough.
But yeah, and Infantino says to him, "It's a medal you can take with you wherever you go." Right? And it's like, I just like the thought of he gets off Air Force One the next day, he's at the White House, and he's still wearing the medal as he walks in. Like, what do you mean take with? It's immediately going in the bottom drawer of the Oval Office, never to be seen again.
100%.
But it's just such like pure propaganda. Completely made up this award just because, I don't know, the US is hosting the World Cup and Don's there.
More
Classic FIFA move.
More FIFA propaganda.
Classic FIFA. I was going to say before, the Formula One changes for next year, so they've still got 24 races on the calendar. Imola drops off, which is sad. That's a traditional track, obviously with a tragic history, but it's rewritten that with a few more modern races. I think it's no longer a track that's just stained with those sad memories of Senna passing away. But that's off the calendar. That hasn't been renewed past its 2025 contract. So there's another race in Spain. So try and stay with this. The current Spanish Grand Prix is at the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit. They are bringing in the Madrid Street Circuit, which will now be the Spanish Grand Prix. But the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit, which was the Spanish Grand Prix, is not leaving the calendar. It's still there. It's now called the Barcelona-Catalunya Grand Prix. So there's two races in Spain, sort of like when they used to do the old European Grand Prix. I think for a time that was in Spain, for a time that was at Hockenheim or Nürburgring in Germany. So they're just creating these new categories. But either way, two races in Spain, and we see Imola off the circuit. There are a few driver changes as well. Yuki Tsunoda, the crazy Japanese man who is constantly angry, constantly crashing, constantly trying to run guys off the track, predictably, after a terrible season, is gone, which is a bit disappointing because he was fun to watch and even more fun to listen to, especially after the swearing ban. Isaac Hadjar, who had his first year in Red Bull, in Racing Bulls this year, first year in Formula One, he had a really good year. I think he finished 11th or 12th on points, but that probably doesn't reflect the promise that he showed. He finished on the podium. At one point, he had the worst possible start. Jimbo, I don't know if you remember this, but in the formation lap, the warm-up lap of the Australian Grand Prix, it was a little bit wet. Hadjar's first Grand Prix, he lit it up trying to warm up the tyres and lost it and stacked it into the fence and was in tears. It's like, holy moly, 18-year-old first race and the laughing stock of the... You know what, to be honest, he wasn't actually the laughing stock because he seemed so shattered by it that everyone really felt sorry for him. And I think he'd qualified 6th or something, which was crazy in his first race. Since then, he's shown a lot of promise. So he goes up to Red Bull. The other changes, replacing him at Racing Bulls is Arvid Lindblad, who is Swedish and Indian descent, but he's an Englishman. Cadillac, the new team, Jimbo, is in. Haven't seen the livery yet, but Cadillac are in Formula One for the first time. And a couple of fan favourites, Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez, are back full-time for those guys. And Audi replaces Sauber. So Sauber is a team that's been struggling for a while. Audi has not technically been in the sport as a constructor since pre-World War II. Jeez. So it's back. It's good to have a prestige brand like that. And Cadillac, that's an interesting brand to have. It's not a racing brand.
It's like, are they known for fine motor engineering?
Well, maybe fine motor engineering, but more in like clunky beasts.
That's
as
what I mean.
To sleek
it's
F1
a weird
cars.
transition.
It's a good driver lineup though, to have Bottas and Perez back, two favourites. So that'll be cool.
Teddy had said, "Hey, Yuki calmed down this season."
Yeah, and look, he tanked. Unless he's angry and swearing at people, he doesn't perform. So he's got to be on the edge, Yuki. Yeah. The Audi thing. So someone in the comments,
Aaron said VB has a grid penalty too.
Does he? What, to start the year next year?
I assume so.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could do that. What was I going to say? Audi. So in the comments on one of the Formula One things, Jimbo, somebody said, "Oh, you forgot about they're at what about Audi, right?"
Yep.
But they misspelled it and wrote ALDI. What about Audi? Because I forgot to mention it. Yep. And I just wrote back, they have a great range of groceries at competitive prices. I don't think he liked that, but I was happy with my work. Formula One. That's Formula One. Let's talk some cricket because we are going to be, like I said, at the Ashes. Jimbo, you will be there with me.
Before you get Ashes, the chat has been going on about the Big Bash on at the moment.
Oh, what's going on?
I believe.
What's the score? Get that score up on the screen, Jim.
Boom.
Holy moly, the Renegades made 212, 5 for 212. Click into that score, Jimbo. Let's see who did the damage. Man, I like Big Bash. Go to the Renegades, just Renegades tab there. Whoa, Tim Seifert, 102 from 56. That's a heck of a score. Oliver Peak, 57 from 29. Goodness me. Let's have a look at the damage. Go down for the bowling figures. Who got absolutely spanked? Liam Haskett, none for 45 from 4. Shaheen Afridi, 2.4 overs, none for 43, economy of 16. 2.4 suggests he got injured. That's why he didn't finish that over. Or maybe he walked off out of utter embarrassment. It's like, when you see tennis players retire?
Yeah.
I've seen 100 retirements in tennis. I've never seen someone retire while they're leading. They're always injured when they're losing. Oh, it's a coincidence. Yeah. Chicken or egg. There you go. And what are the Heat? 2 for 28. Okay, they won't touch that. They won't get near it. 10% probability win for Brisbane. I think it's more 1%. What a start from the Renegades. I might have to watch those highlights.
We had Ash Hollick saying he just had some friends over and enjoyed a nice cold suburban brew. Blue skies, green grass, East Coast IPA.
Yes, Ash. Now, the first place I took the Tasman before I went to the beach and ran today was I did drop into Ash because he was the winner.
Did a Tasman run.
Yes, and they were interested in the Tasman too. I mean, who wouldn't be? It's a beast of a car.
That's it. $4,000 cash back.
That's right. If you use
finance
Kia Finance before December 31st. That's right. I'm surprised they saw it because it's painted in camouflage. They just saw 4 black wheels roll up.
How did they see you?
But I dropped, so he was the winner of the Ashes Watch Along last week. We have been giving away a lot of prizes lately, and we will be over the Christmas period too and into the new year. Suburban Brew, they do look after us. I'll show you what we've got actually. We do have more of that Blue Skies, Green Grass, East Coast IPA, which I haven't tried yet, but I am keen to try, Jim. But I've got the new fridge. I've got the new bar fridge at the back now, which you saw.
Snap. Yep.
So I'll be loading that up with some Suburban Brew products.
100%.
But ADL Gold, Adelaide Gold. So this is their lager, Australian dry lager, which it's a beautiful crisp beer to have on a summer's day. And we've got plenty of that to give away. It's the Adelaide test, so that's why they provided us with that, which is cool. But yeah, Ash, I'm glad you enjoyed those treats, courtesy of the Suburban Brew. Man, we get looked after by our sponsors, don't we? That's pretty cool. This is not an ad. I'm just thinking we started this show not that long ago. It's the 10th episode, and we've been doing the Outback QB for a while. But we've been given beer by the Suburban Brew to give away to our listeners.
Yep.
We've been given a Tasman to drive for a week, which is pretty sick.
Yep.
We've been given
card collection.
Yep. Sports Card World.
Sports Card World.
Awesome cards. What else? We had the Coast and Smoke giveaway. We had the 4 Bros coffee. I'm not doing this to advertise. I just can't believe how well we get looked after.
That's it.
It's pretty good. So more where that came from. We love passing that on to all of our viewers and listeners.
So apparently Afridi was no-balled out.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Who said that?
Alex.
Alex, can you please remind me, how many no balls do you need to be no balled out? Is this above the waist? No, is that a no ball or is that a wide? Yeah. Can you tell me the specifics of that? Because I didn't think there was a limit on front foot no balls. And Pakistan have a checkered history with front foot no balls. We'll get into that controversy one day. Have you heard of that? You know the Pakistani spot fixing scandal?
No.
2010. Pakistan versus England. Game at Lord's.
Is that where they used a bunch of sandpaper? Oh, that was us. Whoops.
Moving on. Mate, I get enough shade from that. Literally everyone, when they recognise I'm an Aussie, if I'm having a go at anyone that's not Australian, they come back, oh, you cheats. You know how many Indian dudes have called me a cheat in the last 2 months? I'm trying to get on their side. We're anti-England at the moment. Goodness me. Anyway, no, this was... the captain, Salman Butt is his name. Mr. Butt.
Mr. Butt.
Well, he acted like a butt because he coordinated a spot fixing scandal. And spot fixing is like we were speaking about with the NBA stuff. Yep. Specific instances in games where you can manipulate the very specific action. So they were deliberately bowling no balls. So in this case, front foot, stepping over the line when you bowl. Bowling those at certain times in the game, and obviously people had placed bets on that and all that sort of stuff. But caught up and perpetrators were 2 bowlers, one of which was, I think he was 17 or 18 at the time, and he was a jet. He was such a good player, and he had an amazing career ahead of him. And Butt went to jail for the captain went to jail for had a decent sentence, never played again because he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
It was Muhammad Asif and Muhammad Amir were the two bowlers who were caught up in it. Asif was 27, 28 at the time, and I don't think he ever got back. But Muhammad Amir, by the time he got out of jail and had his name cleared, I think he was 23, 24. So they all went to jail.
Jeez.
It's corruption. Like, it's high-level
Yeah.
corruption, and there was massive money on it, and it's like it tears at the fabric of sport and therefore, by extension, society, right? Because people trust what they watch.
Yeah. Never trust salmon butts.
Never trust old salmon butt. Salmon butt.
Oh, salmon butt.
Yeah.
Salmon butt sounds
But
bad.
it was crazy. Like, I know we've spoken briefly in the past about Hansi Cronje, the South African captain, and there were some things with Aussie cricketers back in the day, like Shane Warne and I think Mark Waugh were implicated in some dodgy stuff with bookmakers. Never formally charged, I don't think.
It's probably not as much sophistication back then to catch it.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
These days, it would be a bit more definitive, maybe.
Yeah, well, I wonder in 2010, I think it was 2010, I wonder if they had like betting pattern recognition then.
Maybe, but definitely not probably as good because it's hard to do because you're talking small movements and historic data to determine like what looks like anomalies. But
well, from memory, I think it was actually how blatant the no balls were because these guys were so normally a no ball, like sometimes it's half an inch, but these ones were I reckon look up Pakistan England no ball. I reckon there was one where he was like a foot and a half over the line, and you look at that and go nah. So unfortunately, since then, every time a Pakistani bowler has a spell of no balls, there's like a half joke, half suspicion of oh no, they're at it again, and it just put a massive cloud. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Put a massive cloud over
It had
there.
never happened before in the entire history of cricket. A team taking a massive lead of more than 300 runs in the first innings, yet somehow still ending up losing the match. This unbelievable incident took place in 2006. After England were bowled out for just 173 runs, Pakistan dominated with a huge total of 504
this might be a
runs.
different incident.
different one. But this is the most controversial one.
Okay. No, go. Yeah, Muhammad. That's a 7-minute video. Just look up Muhammad Amir no ball. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, same video. Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Second video. I remember it being super blatant.
No ball is a call, but that was a short ball that we were expecting with the field.
Amir's the young guy. This is like the 17, 18-year-old kid. There's Billy Bowden. Look at that.
Jeez.
I mean,
How far was that? Whoa.
That's like net bowling.
Jesus. It's blatant.
Is that?
Well, Mike, you better answer your own question. How far was that?
Hang on, keep going.
Ridiculously far. Ridiculously far. It just doesn't look good. No, somebody sent in an email
He's onto it.
earlier on to say that Mohammed Amir hadn't bowled a no ball in his entire test career before this game.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
First-class career, I think, before this game, but yeah.
I don't
For this series,
if it's correct.
For this series. 'Cause
That is.
I think he did bowl some at Edgbaston. Yeah, carry on, yeah, sorry.
It just
Wow, how do you go from bowling no balls to like I'm just going to throw this wildly?
He's onto him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So Michael Holding is a legend of West Indian cricket. He's a fast bowler himself. Me and Doss actually have a photo with him. It's classic. Every birthday for either me or Doss, we get that photo sent around on the group thread. But yeah, legend Michael Holding. And I had never seen that before. I didn't know that he was immediately suspicious.
Immediately called out. Jeez.
I mean, he didn't explicitly say it, and I assume he wouldn't have for fear of litigation, but he said enough in those words, didn't he?
Jeez. Ash Hollick said Waugh and Warne got 12 months banned from memory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was pretty young. I reckon it was 98, 99, so I don't remember it that clearly, but wow, I didn't know they got banned. I don't think they were criminal charges.
And Alex had said 2 balls full tossed above the waist.
Oh, okay, so it was those ones, so the dangerous beamers. Yep. Wowzers. Maybe he did that deliberately after getting spanked all night. He's like, I'm going to no-ball myself out. Possible.
True.
Whoa, man, that was a good digression. While we're on cricket, I got to say, I am loving this Ashes series. Every Aussie sports fan, I assume, loves the Ashes, but this one more than most, maybe because we're dominating it so well, but maybe because of the hype of the England camp and then the manner in which we have won these games. We haven't just won them. We have won them in a way where they have had us on the ropes or had real reasons to exploit us. And every time they get some momentum, they completely throw it away. And it is just a joyful experience to watch it. Some of these individual performances from guys, Travis Head, obviously in the first test with that century on our first ever Ashes watch along. I'll forever be grateful for him for making that an incredible night. Mitchell Starc in the first test and the second test. He's taken something like 17 or 19 wickets across 4 innings. Michael Neser in the second innings with that 5-wicket haul after not playing test cricket for 3-4 years. There's just been some special moments all the way through. We do have some selection queries. Good ones, because Pat Cummins is back. We know that's not a question mark. Pat will be playing. He's our captain. He's our leading strike bowler, although you could mount an argument that Starc is at the moment, especially with Cummins coming back after missing a couple. But he comes in. Who does he come in for? Put it in the chat who we think. Brendan Doggett is a clear out, in my opinion. He's been solid, serviceable. We got what we thought we would get from Doggett. We got less emotion than we thought. Someone's got to check in on Brendan and make sure he's okay. I'm not sure how he'd be after getting dropped, but he doesn't look particularly happy to be playing for Australia, so maybe he wants a little break. But Doggett will go. Cummins will come back in. The other question, though, is Nathan Lyon. Does Lyon come back on what is reported to be a pretty flat Adelaide pitch? Do we need the off-spinner in there? When we couldn't take the 10th wicket in the first innings, I certainly thought we'd made a mistake in dropping Lyon, and then it turned out okay, and we ended up winning pretty convincingly. But I think Lyon comes back in. In that case, who makes way? Do we rest Scott Boland? There's some chatter about that. Rest him, get him fresh for Melbourne on Boxing Day, where we know he has ripped those English apart in the past. Does Michael Neser come out? He came in for that one test when we knew Hazelwood was out and Cummins was still out. Is it harsh to drop him after taking 5 in the second innings? Maybe. He feels like the natural out to me. I think Lyon and Cummins in for Doggett and Neser, despite Neser's very good performance. But let us know in the chat. The other thing is the batting lineup. There is word that Usman Khawaja, he's declared 100% fit. There is word and strong opinion out there from guys like Mike Hussey that Usman should be straight back in and he should be opening and Head should go down to 5, which would mean Josh Inglis would sacrifice his spot. And the more I think about it, I actually don't mind that. It was obvious that Usman had to miss the second test. He wasn't fit. He wasn't in good form, but it was 1 innings at test level when he wasn't fit. So do we back the guy who for a long time has been a very solid opener, give him 1 more run in the test team and put him back with Weatherald and put Heady back down to number 5 and take out Inglis, who in my opinion was a weird inclusion anyway? Or is Matt Renshaw still in the mix? Doesn't look like it. Dunno. Let us know in the chat where you think we go with that. The English team, they've dropped Gus Atkinson, the fast bowler. They've brought in Josh Tongue. And there was rumours that maybe they were going to drop Ollie Pope for Jacob Bethel, which made no sense to me. Bethel hasn't scored a first-class century, I don't think, and they were going to bat him at 3. People are saying Ollie Pope's in terrible form. Well, he's scored more runs than Harry Brook, who is a superstar but can't contain his aggression at the moment, and he scored a lot more runs than Ben Duckett, the little Nomi dude who opens the batting. So I think Duckett, if he has another bad test, they've got to figure out something. Zach Crawley scored runs finally, but he's had 3 bad innings outside of that. So this English team's in a bit of disarray.
We got Ash Hollick saying line in for Boland, I think. Rest him for Melbourne.
Yeah, that has been the theory. And I see some logic in that. And like I said, it would be harsh to drop Neser after those 5. So I wouldn't be upset with that. I do want to see Lyon back in. It's not the same without Gary. It's not the same. We've only got a couple more years of him, max, as well. So let's use him while we got him.
We do have Alex on the line.
Hey, we got a caller. That's right. It is a call-in show. I forget that sometimes. There is the option to call. What's going on, Alexei? How are you, dude?
Hey, man, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Cool. I'm literally just calling because I thought this is a call-in show and, I felt bad for you that no one called in, so...
Oh, man, the chat's going well. We're sort of we're transitioning more into chat these days. Everyone's antisocial, Alex. We're shy on camera.
No, that's all good. I was, so the Freddie, I didn't really actually have much to contribute. I was literally just calling in for pity. Freddie actually went for 3 no balls on that over. So one of them was a front foot and the other 2 were waist highs. So I think it was just from the waist highs that he was actually sent off for. He went for 17 off his 4 legal deliveries and the over ended up going for, I think, 23.
Oh, my gosh.
Something like that in the end. 22 off the over, I think, in the end.
The over, which was actually 4 balls.
Well, 4 plus the 3 no balls.
Yeah, wow. Okay. And then
Because the no
McSweeney
balls
came in.
went for like, it was like, one of them was like 3 no balls, one of them was like 2 no balls. The
Goodness
other one was
me.
4 no balls.
Dare I ask, was the front foot no ball suspiciously large or was
No,
it?
I don't think it was that bad. Like, they had
Okay.
the commentators had to check it. So
Yeah, okay. All
like,
right.
they weren't sure at first why it was called, but yeah.
Did you see the footage we played just before with Michael Holding talking after the Muhammad?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Had you seen that before? Had you seen?
Yeah, I had ages ago. I remember Michael Holding talking about it, and you could see at the time he was completely suspect.
Yeah.
He 100% knew, 100% knew.
Yes, he did.
But I think, like you said, I think he just wanted to protect himself and didn't actually say it outright.
It was extraordinary. I had never seen that. And the fact that he started to say we had an email sent in and then he went off on his very
Yeah.
carefully selected words, that was
Yeah.
intriguing television for me.
Yeah.
Very cool. Do you remember much about this, just before you go, do you remember much about the Warney and Mark Waugh suspension?
No, I remember it happening. I remember all the media hype about Warney getting it done with the bookmakers.
Yes.
And then he also had those
The diuretics?
the pills that his grandma gave him or something.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I even remember that.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
I think he did go for a year from memory.
All right.
but
Well,
it
we'll
was-
look that up, Jim. Let's look up the Shane Warne match fixing ban. Good on you, Alex. Thanks for calling in, mate.
Yeah.
I appreciate your
Catch
pity. See you, dude. Yeah. What? Let's get to the bottom of this. We can't
Yeah, it
finish the
looks
episode
like-
without that.
Pull it up.
Michael weren't officially suspended for that. Oh, 94. That's why I don't remember it. I was 4 years old. But were secretly fined. How do
do
we
you
fix up the lack of integrity?
Well,
Secretly
Let's
punish them.
pay him behind the table.
What is that? By the Australian Cricket Board for providing pitch and weather info to an Indian bookmaker. A fact revealed in 98. Ah, right. So it was a 94 incident, but it
Yeah,
played out in
okay.
98. Sparked major controversy. An inquiry later found they should have been suspended. ACB faced criticism for the lack of transparency. Then Warney had the separate 1 year ban in 2003 for the diuretic. Scroll down. Who did Warney blame for that? Yeah, is that Google? Who did Warne blame for the diuretic or for the pills? Maybe it was it his grandma? He blamed
Mother.
his mother. Throw mum under the bus.
My mum gave it to me.
Poor Bridget.
What does a fluid pill help him achieve?
Weight loss.
Oh.
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
always
okay.
going up and down with his weight, Warney. And I think that was so diuretic is in like a dehydrating agent to
But that's illegal. In
that
the sporting
particular
world.
one was.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it was a huge fuss and everyone was defending him and then some people would say, no, he's a cheat. And then, it was crazy.
I do remember the uproar that caused.
I tell you what, most of cricket controversy is just who's a cheat and who isn't.
Yeah.
Most of the arguing is you cheated with the sandpaper, with the diuretic, with the bookmaker, with the no balls, everything. Like it's just constant accusations of cheating. Even like
100%.
Sri Lanka, Muralitharan with his the chucking, he's a chucker.
I
Yeah.
remember the chucking.
Yeah, that was extraordinary too. Wow, cricket, what a sport. What else have we got in the cricket? Oh, the Windies returned to form, and by return to form, I mean return to terrible form. They got smashed in the second test by New Zealand, which was disappointing. New Zealand won it by 9 wickets. Nothing against the Kiwis, but the Windies were so brave in that first test draw that we thought, have they got some momentum with the bat and maybe with the ball, but particularly with the bat at test level? And no, turns out they don't. They got beaten. The series was over, 1-0 to New Zealand. India beat South Africa by 7 wickets with more than 4 overs remaining. They in their T20. That's a 2-1 lead in that series. Arshdeep Singh was the man of the match. Jimbo, 2 for 13 from 4 overs for Arshdeep. What?
Arshdeep.
Arshdeep.
My new favourite
Arshdeep
player.
Singh. He's such a good player. Such a good
Of
bowler.
course he is. He's Arshdeep.
That's right. He's fully committed. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Leaves everything on the field.
Liam did write in, our Scottish friend, as we get into some football. The Hearts and Celtic race for the Scottish Premier League, which Hearts haven't won since 1959-60. Celtic have been dominant, utterly dominant in the Scottish Premier League for many years. They played a couple of weeks ago and Hearts won again. So that's 2 wins from 2 in the league for Hearts over Celtic. And now with the results from the weekend, they're 6 points clear. So Everyone who was telling me in the comments, and there were a few of them, that, there's no way Hearts will win. They'll get inevitably caught by Celtic, and they did get caught, but now they've stretched the lead out again. So they could do it. It's possible that they could do it. And then another blow for Celtic in one of the Scottish Cups. I think that's the second tier. It's like the League Cup. Correct me if I'm wrong, Liam, if you're still on the line. But St Mirren defeated Celtic on the weekend. So not all going Celtic's way. They've still got some issues to work through there. But let's have a look at the Premier League. Arsenal escaped with a 2-1 win over Wolves. That's significant because Arsenal are on the top of the table. Do you want to get the results from the EPL up, Jimbo? And maybe we'll look at the table as well. But it was a 2-1 win. I was watching this. Great story, even though it is Arsenal, and a lot of people are rooting against them because they're so good at the moment. It was a 2-1 win. They went down. They took the lead 1-0, equaliser late, and then a couple of minutes later, Gabriel Jesus, spelled Jesus. He was playing his first game in 11 months after an ACL tear, came on and scored the winner, and his mates got around him. So that was a good thing to see. Arsenal won 2-1. Man City had a 3-0 win over Crystal Palace. Villa versus West Ham, 3-2. That's huge. That's huge because Villa are absolutely in this title race, and we'll look at the table in a second. As I said, Nottingham Forest smashed Tottenham. If you scroll up, Jimbo, just a little bit, Liverpool beat Brighton 2-0. Chelsea beat Everton 2-0. Wolves, of course, they're the team that are really struggling, rooted to the bottom of the table. They've only got 2 points still from now 14 games. So that record is well and truly up for grabs, the worst season in the Premier League ever. Head to the EPL table. Just want to have a look at this 3-horse race between Arsenal, Man City, and Aston Villa. There you go. 36 points for Arsenal. They were, I think, as much as 6 or 7 points clear, but Man City have pegged it back a little bit with 4 wins in a row. Villa, look at that. Tick, 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 tick. 5 wins, maybe more on the trot. 33 points now. Never won the Premier League, Aston Villa. Could be huge. Chelsea have dropped a little bit. They're 5 points behind Villa. I think a couple of results that don't go their way in the next few weeks could be the end for their race. But that said, we're not even halfway through yet. And then go down to the bottom, Jimbo, and we'll see those hapless Wolves. 16 games, 2 points. Look at that. 9 goals, 35 against. That is horrific. Just scroll down. The team above them also in terrible form. Keep going down a little more. Burnley, that's right. Burnley are second to last. So West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves in the relegation positions. In the Champions League, Arsenal, 6 wins from 6. They're still flying. They beat Club Brugge 3-0 midweek. Man City defeated Real Madrid in Spain. Liverpool defeated Inter in Italy. So no one can get a read on Liverpool. These guys, they're up and down every week. And strugglers, Ajax finally got a win against the Azerbaijani legends. Karabag, that was a 4-2 win. So team that's had nothing go right for it this year, Ajax, they finally get a win. What else is
Hans just joined the chat saying,
Hey.
just in time for soccer.
Not a fan. We'll move on, Hans. We'll move on. Mate, we were talking F1. We were talking your boy, Oscar, earlier on.
He said he forgot it was on. He was busy mourning the Packers Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I'll catch up tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. Dos may be in tears in the back of the Kia.
Dos is also in the chat, so he may be hearing.
How are you, Dos? What's he been talking about?
He chimed in with the diuretic, saying it was his mum that gave him the tablets.
It was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Alex say mum or grandma? I think he said grandma.
I think he said grandma.
Yeah, very close. Very
and
close.
then I think where was it? Yeah, I think Ash Holick said, okay, I was mistaken. Warn, got fined, not banned, was in 1995. I was 11, so my memory's a bit vague.
Yeah.
Fair goal.
Same excuse here, Ash, but you did well. You got us started.
That's it. And we had, I think it was...
Get yourself on screen, Jim.
Oh, yeah, why not? It was Teddy saying, how terrified did Jake Paul look in the face-off with AJ? So
What have I missed here?
Jake Paul's next boxing match. So going up
He looks like a little mini man.
Definitely a bit of a height difference there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, go to the third picture with the. Yeah, that's man. Joshua's going to destroy him.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say. But I mean, that's been the thing with watching Jake Paul box is he keeps going in thinking that, and then
Who's he fought? He fought Tyson, obviously.
yeah, he fought Tyson.
Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, yeah,
All the memes, like when he's shuffling out.
shuffling it and just the biting of the gloves. Like he's always done it, but it just seemed
It was really.
It seemed
like
over the
like
top.
a nervous tick.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
The commentator pissed me off in that, by the way. He kept being like, oh, nah, I think he's got something wrong with his hand.
Yes!
He's like, shut up,
I
guy.
remember that.
You're wrong.
you are wrong. You're
And then
definitely
even
wrong.
after the post-match, he's like, oh, did you have something wrong with your gloves? Like, No, it's a thing I've always done. I bite my glove.
I hurt my back.
I felt so good when he rectified that in the ring where he's like, no, mate, vindicated.
I've got two things for you. Wait, I've forgotten the first. What was the first one? What are we talking about, Mike? God damn it.
Mike Tyson.
The second one was, have you seen when he hurts his back and he gives the interview post-fight, Mike Tyson?
No.
Look it up. Look up Mike Tyson, I hurt my back. It's a classic clip. Yeah, that was a strange old fight, that one. Very strange. He did look like an old man.
Mike, were you really
well, it's not on. It's on the screen.
What was the problem?
We got Champions League table still up, Jim.
It's in my private window.
Ooh. Yeah, don't show that.
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Is that in sparring?
No, I did it.
That's it. That's the one.
Spinal.
I broke my
I
back.
broke my back.
Spinal.
Spinal. This part.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, what was I going to say before? It felt like it was really good. We were talking about Jake Paul. Yeah? Is that what we're talking about?
Yep. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, biting his gloves.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. Nervous tick. Look up strangest Tourette's tick ever. And I dare you not to laugh at this video. At this video.
Tourette tick.
This had me in stitches for about a week. Show us your workings, Jim. I like seeing you Google because it puts your spelling to the test.
I know, yeah. I'm like, it'll figure it out.
Go videos. Oh,
You're relying too
weirdest.
heavy
Go
on-
weirdest.
Oh, weirdest.
Hang on. Sure, it's viral enough that it should. Oh man, keep going down. Surely this is here. Oh, that is incredibly disappointing.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is. Man with Tourette syndrome. Yeah, makes go up.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I have seen this.
Even he knows it's funny. Wait for it. Keep going. No, keep going.
it's
It
still
gets
going?
better. It gets better.
Băi, fraților, chemați salvarea, că nu mai pot. Un nou tic. Asta e un nou tic. Uite.
Wait, keep going. It advances. He's gone. Poor guy. Oh my gosh. All right, that's enough. Just like before he does it. Oh my gosh. It's such a delicate little kiss, isn't it?
Oh.
The top comment, he's the holiest man around.
Ash Hollick in the chat, Jimbo in a spelling bee.
Yeah, I got to say, you've had a rough night, but it's all about speed. It's all about speed.
I've got to crop that a little further down into the searching section.
I think you do. What else did I have? I think that's pretty much... Oh, there is one more thing. Did you have anything, Jimbo, before I give you my last thing for the night?
Oh, just the messy chaos.
Oh, yeah. So two things. That was meant to be on my list. Yeah. The Messi Goat Tour. I don't know if anyone watching saw this, but it's basically a PR tour or an opportunity for Indians to meet their, footballing hero. He's going around and doing some exhibition stuff. You can pay for a kick with Messi. And I forget which stadium it's at. You've got the link up there, Jimbo. Let's have a look. They were not happy, the Indian fans, with the fact that Messi was surrounded by an entourage and celebrities, and they could basically not see him. They paid all this money for these tickets, and he's just, because he's tiny, he's like 5'6". They couldn't see him amongst this swarm of bodyguards, and they just went mental. Well, let's have a look at this. See, even with the camera, we can barely see Messi. So what do?
Jeez.
They start tearing the place apart. Look at him. They're trying to get close for a happy snap. Fellas.
Jeez.
I mean, I get being pissed off.
At a certain point, he's gone. Just, what does this
Look,
achieve?
they're shaking down the barriers.
Jeez.
Yeah, they've gone absolutely spare. So,
Lionel Messi's tour of
Yeah. Oh, what stadium was that? Where was that? Was that Kolkata? Does it say? Was that a knock at the door we had just then? Did you hear a knock at the door? Yes, it is a knock at the door. Okay. Just maybe put the camera on yourself there, Jimbo.
I'll hold down the fort. I'm just trying to figure out where the old stadium was. No idea.
We are all good. We're all good. Don't worry.
Yep.
But we do need to wrap it.
Yeah.
We do need to wrap it. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. What a drama-filled way to end it. Don't stress about us. We're all good. But we will see you next Monday. Apologies for the abrupt ending, but we love that you guys join in every week. There was only one more thing that I was going to mention, which was the naughty college coaches, football coaches, and all the controversy around them. We can discuss that next week. That's the Muscle Cat Sports Show. We will see you all next Monday.